Shadim Shuri. It was indeed green paradise for Friday after a tenuous morning and even afternoon. It was until late after 2 o'clock that things start to look brighter. All right, let's jump right into it. Bitcoin. This is the Bitcoin future, so it's not moving during the weekend. It did not fill the gap. I bought some at 84. I have an order in at 84, and then I have a bigger order at the gap fill, which did not happen yet, and I'm leaving that there. I have a CD maturing tomorrow, March 2nd. But on March 3rd, I will go to the bank and say, do not reinvest that money into another CD. I want that cash, and I will put that cash right back into my Coinbase account for more Bitcoin. It is that simple. If you like Bitcoin in the long run, here's your chance to buy it. Like you did not have any, or you didn't buy any during the pre-election bump. Okay, the pre-election bump has been reversed. All right, so let's take a look at MicroStrategy. I've been adding all week. It almost, I had an order in, but I did not change it. Okay, the low was 231.92. Now, I didn't change the order because I had the order in at the 200-day moving average since last Friday, and of course it was a little bit lower. And if I remember to revise it, then I would have triggered because it did touch the 200 and bounce. But I'm not worried. Would there be another chance? You never know. The bottom line is it did come down to the 200-day moving average. And where's my roses? Am I the only one that's been saying that it will see the 200-day moving average again soon? Or eventually over the last 2 months when everyone else was predicting insane price, 10x, whatever. SMLR, similar, but not quite. I did put in an order to sell a put spread at the gap fill, and I believe it did trigger. So, well, not at the gap fill. When it came down here, closer to 200, I did sell March 21st spread at 35.30. Okay, that was easy to do. Plenty of juice there. Yeah, plenty. Okay, I think I got like 70 cents for it, something like that. Alrighty, let's move on to TLT. Had a good week. Nice ending of the day yesterday at the bump, and looking good. For last week, right? Last week when TLT was down here, I said nothing to get too excited yet until it showed me it can get over the 61.8 FIP. Okay, so once it starts to get in the 92.75 and above, then it will be interesting. Okay, to me that's key because the 200-day moving average is right there as well, the confluence. So get there, giddy up. All right. So hey, I'm not complaining. After all, we were below 85 or around 85, below 86. We were below 86 for a couple of days, and that was ugly. So literally is 5% higher, 6% higher from the low. So yeah, let's not get too excited. Okay, so I mean, I'm not complaining, but we are still 10% below the pop back in September. If you short any of the major indices, hopefully you cash out. I did prematurely, but not gonna complain. Does it mean that this bottom is in? No. Okay, no, absolutely not. I am just waiting for all of these indices to get back to a level where I can re-short. My short was going out when I started the short last week. It was going out 5 weeks, right? So yeah, I got too much time, and the bounce, nothing to be. It basically finished the week where it started the week. Okay, so nothing to be. The bulls have a little relief, but certainly not anything to hang their head on. Okay. QQQ. If it was down to the 200-day moving average, I would be more bullish. But the fact that it did not, anything can happen next week, then it can come right down. Okay, but for now, I might buy. I might go long. I have not been long on QQQ in a long time, and I wouldn't mind going long on QQQ down here for a few share in the 490, between 490 and 492. I do. If it on a bad day, it can overshoot. Okay, just like it did here, right? So it's not like I gotta buy at the 200. I'd rather put it at the fib for 90.7, right? So I go for the overshoot at the fib test. But if it somehow come up to that area up there, the high, that it basically peter out, you betcha I'm shorting again. SPY, similar. It came down to a fib, but would I go long on the 200? Sure, for a few share, but for now, if I get back anywhere 610, I'm shorting again. Okay, it is that simple. IWM, ugly. Oof. The worst of all the indices, all right, as far as major indices, and this is ugly. This has retraced back to September. Yeah, if you bought this thing in September because Tom Lee was saying IWM is the best investment for the year, oh boy, right? Oh boy. You would have sit around for the last 6 months with nothing, no gain to show for. All right, let's jump to the Max 7. Tesla, ooh, came down. Look, I drew in this channel a couple days ago. This. Confluence, channel low, 200-day moving average, fib, all that. So I had to order in to buy at the gap fill. Okay, to me, the safer play is to do a put spread down here at the gap fill, right? This could be the bottom, but for now, I think put spread at least let's take a look. Let's take a look. Forget Feb 28. That's done with. March 7. 255. Yeah. If you do a 250, it's not enough juice. 250, 25, 250, tight spread. Not enough. All right. If you do 255, 252, that's still not enough. So yeah, I remember looking at yesterday. I'm just like, it's just not enough. Or at one point it was, when it was at the low, but it still was not attractive enough. But I do have a buy order in at the gap fill, regardless if the channel is the channel. Okay, so no rush. I have never been a good Tesla trader, so I miss a lot of opportunities. So I've been saying that for a long time. Amazon, I bought a little bit during the week. I had a put spread that was in danger of getting assigned. It was a 207.5. So at the worst, yesterday, it was in the money. And I said to myself, don't panic and don't rush into closing out the spread for a loss. I had spread on many of the Max 7. And the only one I closed early was Google. But Amazon, yeah, I said, no dice. Just leave it alone, and it turned out to be okay. Would I redo another spread? It would have to be lower. Okay, if I do another spread for next week, depending on what's going on Monday, it probably be something below the low. I'm gonna use a low of Tuesday. It's my ref low. Okay, so let's take a look at the options premium there. Yeah, there's plenty of juice. Okay, plenty of juice. But I would go for something like a 205, 2025 to get, maybe right now, as of yesterday, it was 50 cents, but most likely it will come down to like 30, 35 cents or something like that. But I like that level. I like that level, okay? Because it's below the low on Tuesday. So at least I have some protection now. If there was weakness, more weakness, then for sure using the 200-day moving average. No doubt, the 200 moving average is a big buy, channel low, 50 fib. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so no rush, no rush. Meta has gotten whacked. Okay, now it's time. It is time. Remove that, and then let's do a fib from here. Okay, like I said, you can draw fib from anything, but let's do it what it makes sense. 740.91. Boom. Okay, from the low to the high. There you go. That's your fib. That's my fib. You can draw your differently. So I like that the 38.2 is a confluence with the 100 moving average. For now, I was tempted to buy. Okay, I held off buying on adding anything on this nasty decline. But if it showed that the 50 can hold, I might add a few shares again. It's been a long time. Been a long time since I bought any Meta. Long time. So yeah, I'm ready. Getting ready. Google, I mentioned I had two spread. A 172.5, 170, and then a 167.5, 165. And I'm glad I closed it out. I bought share. Okay, I bought share. Where did I buy my share? I had an order in right at the fib here, 167.86. Yeah, a pretty big order. So when that order triggered, I said, well, if that order trigger, why do I need to get a sign? Okay, I closed out the spread for a small loss, let the lower spread expire worthlessly, and I sold more spread for next week below. I sold 162.5, 160. Yeah, that's how far below, because I'm using this down here. This line is I'm using, of course, ref low. Okay, is my next line of defense. But we'll see. Would I add more shares? Should I see stabilization at the fib, the answer is yes. Apple. Nothing to do here for me. I'm not buying, selling. Okay, nothing. Nada. Netflix. Getting close, but it need to get, even if it get to the 50 MA, I'm still not. Gap fill, yes. Okay, to me, I'm gonna put an alert here so that I know it breaking below the 50. All right, then the gap fill is potentially the next place. Would I buy Netflix at the gap fill? The answer is yes. Nvidia. Oof, that was, yeah, it's, if Nvidia get back anywhere here, okay, in the 136 to 143 range, I think I will blow out all my shares. I don't have a lot. I trim enough. The last time it, on this move right here, I trim, okay, and the earning was okay, but the massive growth that they experienced the past 2 years, are they still growing? The answer is yes, at a slower rate. There's no denial of that statement. Okay, so I don't need to be there, not anymore. Since we're talking about tech, we're done with Max 7, I believe, with Amazon. Yeah, I think so. Let's talk about other tech. IBM, I've been watching. It was tempting to buy at ref low. It was. But I said, well, let's be patient. Okay, this decline might not be over. But it was a decent candle here. As far as ref low, buyer come in at the end of the day, push it up. Would I buy at the 50? Yeah, I would. Okay, next week the 50 is gonna rise up to the previous high, right? So I wanna do this same thing here. Remove. I will probably go through next week and redo a lot of the fib. This is why I don't redo the fib at the first breakout over the range, right? Because you know a fib extension is useful, but a lot of time it run out of steam before it reached the ultimate end. Okay, 65.72 right there. So yeah, I would buy at the 50. I would sell put spread at the gap fill for sure if there is juice. CRM, that was pretty nasty. I did sell put spread, a couple of them, and I was using 290 and below. I sold a couple, and the expired worthless, that's fine. Would I buy share outright? The answer is yes at 290. At the 200 MA, I would. But I am keenly aware of this white line that I want to see it hold. So I want to wait to see. If I buy, it'd be small, okay? Because if it break, it could potentially come down much, much more. Adobe? A hard no. I'm not touching Adobe, okay? If I was to play Adobe and earning is easily a month away in April, So there's no rush. You know, if they choose at the gap fill, sure. But for me, no, hard no. Since we're talking about tech, let's talk about Palantir. Oof, that was nasty. That's nasty. Okay, it's no other way to say it's nasty. What hurt Palantir is of course the defense cut. What make it worse is the CEO commentary, right? He went on and said, "Oh yeah, if we're definitely for meritocracy. So if there are programs that are not useful or waste, they should be cut." He's talking about his own company. Not everything that they do for the government that got hundreds of millions in the last couple of years is efficient or paid any kind of dividend. So yeah, and the potential peace in Ukraine certainly will eat away at some of the revenue as well. So, but is it done? I don't know. Okay, my answer to this is I don't know. Would I buy Palantir at the 100? The answer is yes, I would. Right? That would not be a problem for me at all to buy Palantir down here. But certainly, it hurt a lot of people. There was a let's do this. Remove drawing because it's over. Yeah. We're talking retracement now, and sometime next week or this week, next week, the 100 MA is gonna rise into the 61.8 fib, right? So there you go, 72.8. I will buy. Okay. Been a while since I own any share. So yeah, Daddy will come back. Okay, let's talk Big Pharma. I did liquidate the few Eli Lilly share that I had, so no more out of Eli Lilly. Right, so not much to say here. Okay, not much to say. If you have it, good luck. But if you didn't trim yet, if you can get the all-time high, GTFO, right? FV, very strong, all-time high, it's time to go. But if you're greedy, potentially 217-ish, where this white line is, right? Yeah, congratulations to those that have FV. VRTX, I'm all out in the 480s. I originally I held on to a couple shares because I was looking to see if I can get more, and then 484 was my GTFO, and this does not look good. Okay, this right here, literally 5 of these candle like this, I'm not a fan of that. Okay, now would I buy Vertex again? Show me 450s. Okay, I'm gonna put in an alert right here at the 200 so that I know it's breaking down, and then look to buy at the 100. Right, I mean, sure, if it come down to the 50, the 61.8 fib, no brainer. Okay, there would not be any hesitation at the 61.8 fib / 50 MA confluence, no hesitation. But for now, I'm out. Do I need to look at any other Big Pharma? JSK, been a while since I talked about this one, but it's looking good. I'm still holding the share that I bought down here. Would I trim at the... I probably will trim just to be disciplined. I would definitely trim at the 200. And then when you get into, for sure, whatever I have left after I trim at the 200 is gonna come out right here in the 41 area, right? This downtrend. Okay, so for sure, that is where it's gonna come out. Do I need to talk about other Merck? Been a while since I talk about it. Yeah, it's healing, but not much to say. It need to fill the gap for me to be mildly interested or excited again. It's been a painful bleed, okay, but at least it has come off the bottom. Yeah, it was ugly. It's 10% off the bottom, so, but it's of course 50%, well, 40% off the top. Nasty. Let's move on to banks. Morgan Stanley. Would I buy more? I did not buy any more since the dip down here. But if it tests the 100, the answer is yes. Okay, so I took an initial position in a bunch of financial, but I have not add. No rush. Okay, no rush. Goldman Sachs. I did add for the first time. Small flyer, but would I add more at the confluence of the gap up low, the 100 MA is gonna rise into that gap up low, like 593-ish. Yeah, if it get to 593 slash the 100 MA next week, I'm buying. I will be selling put spread at the gap fill 570, 565. Yeah, that's coming. So patience. AXP. No need to add, but I like it. If this alert trigger, that means that I add, because I have an order in at the ref low here, and the fib, the confluence of the fib and the ref low is where my order sits, and it will stay. Visa, yeah. This fib extension, yeah, it's rocking. It's rocking. Potential ultimate area 371. So if you have it, put in an order to trim 371.76. KRE. Nothing here to see. No need to buy. No need to sell. Last on the financial, TD. Time to go. You had been 2 weeks now that you had the chance to go. Okay, it's time to go. They had the earnings. Decent. Nothing surprising, nothing bad. Right? So I say it's time to go. Alright, let's move on to energy. I close out my short on this day right here. Yeah, that was easy decision to say, all right, now I would have made maximum gain on my short if it come down to 72, but I said to myself, take it now. Okay, take it now. And if USO get anywhere above 80, you betcha I'm reshorting it. Okay, you betcha. There's nothing to talk about the energy company. Nothing. Okay, you gotta be nuts to want to invest in. Now if you want to do the Schlumberger, that's not a bad idea. Right? Schlumberger look like it's trying to break out from this downtrend, right? Fail. Second time, check back. to me, it is about getting up into the 200, because basically it is not just the breakout over the channel. It's a 200-day moving average. See, look, bang, bang. Okay, so for me, that's the place to watch. If it get there and hold and break and check back, woof, then we can see potentially a 20% gainer, right? So for now, not bad, but not worth adding. Halliburton, I like. I wouldn't mind adding down here. Okay, so if I am to add to this space, it will be Halliburton and MDU. I was adding MDU for the past 2 weeks down here in the 16.6 area, and yeah, it's if and when it break the 50 and hold, we potentially can see the ref high and the confluence with the 100 MA, and I wouldn't mind taking some profit there. For now, I don't mind adding below 17. If it come down again below 17, yeah, I'll add more. Okay, I don't mind even doubling up. All right, let's end on metal. Gold took a whack for the week. As I said last week, I'm not selling and I'm not selling. It is that simple. I've been holding on to gold. The last time I trimmed gold was somewhere here, and then I add more, much more down here. And now that it did this, perhaps the next time it get to the all-time high, I will trim. Okay. You don't have to tell me twice, but for now, where would I add to gold? 50 MA. If this thing keep coming down to 50 MA, I will add to gold. But for now, no. GDX, I had a 39 put spread that I let it ride, and of course it expired worthless. And I'm fine with that. I have 38.5 put spread that I sold that expired next week, so I will keep doing that. I will probably add to it during the week, depending on how weak metal is doing. If gold and GDX came down next week, then I will add more at 38.5. So not a problem there. I did add a lot of SLV. Yeah, no doubt about that. Okay, I have an APE order. APE, APE, for those that are new here, is anticipation, plan, execute. Okay, that's what APE, the acronym, stand for. So I had an APE order in for a while and it triggered. Would I add more? The answer is yes. Give me 28. So I added at 28.09, I believe. Something like, no, 28.07 was my price, which I was very happy to get that kind of price. I sold a 28 puts as well, and I got these, well, 15 cents, something like that. 15 or 18 cents, I can't remember. It was decent, but if I see 28 again, I'm adding more. Okay, even if I have that naked put at 28 expiring Friday, because I don't mind doubling up, tripling up on silver here. If I was to add to the metal area, I'm more likely to add to silver over GDX and GLD. And that's it for the week. Done.